What's up? No viewers yet. Let's see if we can get some viewers up in here. I am going to straighten my hair, and you guys know the drill. Whenever I do my makeup or straighten my hair, not whenever, but sometimes when I do my makeup or straighten my hair, I'm like, oh, I should do a live stream. It's been a while since I did a live stream, and I haven't done one in a really long time because I've been so freaking busy. So I've even not really been online that much lately. But I'm going to straighten my hair and hang out and answer questions. And I just want to start off by saying, Thursday, I'm so excited for Thursday. It's going to be a good day on Thursday. I can't wait. But for today, I'm going to straighten my hair and hang out with you guys and talk to me. So tweet me questions, tweet me anything you want, and we'll chat it up. There's a mirror behind my my computer right now, so that's what I'm looking at, in case you're wondering. And this is called OMG, because I didn't know what to call it, and I'm really excited for Thursday. So yeah. People are just saying, hey, what's up? It's been so long. Yeah, I know it's been so long. I have literally, like, you guys know I'm not really an introvert. I'm a pretty social person. Yeah, I do like to be at my house, basically 24/7, but I like being around people. And I like, I mean, you can tell from my YouTube channels, usually like I'm collabing with lots of people and hanging out with people all the time. And I just haven't been doing that the past couple of months because I've been working really hard on something. So it's also why I haven't done like live streams. I haven't been vlogging as much. So yeah. That's the thing. But hopefully Thursday things will make sense. What's the hashtag? Let's make it. You guys know I'm terrible at this. The hashtag will be live stream with Colleen, because I'm too tired to think of anything else. I've not been sleeping. If you have been watching my few vlogs that I have posted, you'll notice the really intense bags under my eyes. Just from like an extreme lack of sleep. And yeah, I don't sleep anymore. So since I'm so tired, we're not gonna do like a fancy hashtag. It's just gonna be OMG. My cat's playing with the cat treat, if you can hear that. Come here, baby. Come here, come say hi. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on, jump up. I want them to see you. Jump up. Okay. She's laying on the ground. Is there a chance he'll come to Amsterdam this year? I wish. I love Amsterdam. But usually we wait a long time to repeat cities, typically. And since I was just in Amsterdam this last fall, it'll probably be a while before I'm back. Here's Daisy. Goodbye, Daisy. Let's see. Giselle said, I went to your Bakersfield show. I don't know if you remember, but there was a really loud noise, like a gunshot. Do you know what it was? I made a story time about this. Did I post that? I don't think I did. I made a story time and it's edited and like everything. I haven't posted it yet. But it's about that and about another experience, because I had a really scary experience once on stage. And I talked about it. I'd never talked about it really in a video before, because I was like scared to talk about it because it was a scary experience. But I've had some times on stage where like really scary stuff happens, and it's live theater, so you can't really stop. But in Bakersfield, yeah, there was this really loud bang and it sounded like gunshot. And it freaked me out so much because I've had an experience before where I was on stage and I knew that there was a gun in the audience somewhere, like someone had a gun. So it freaked me out. We have really good security at my shows. I pay more than most people do for my live shows to have the utmost security. And actually people make fun of me for it. Like whenever I go to shows, the theater is always like, why do you have metal detectors? Why do you search every bag? Why do you freak, like, you're being over dramatic. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm keeping my fans safe. Like, that is number one priority for me. So I don't care that people are like, sorry, this is really dirty. I'm like, just noticing how dirty my lens is. Now you can see me more clearly, which is not necessarily a good thing. Okay. Anyway, oh, what was it? We don't know. It wasn't a gunshot. But it was like, I think it was like a monitor pop or something, but it didn't sound like a monitor. It really did sound like a gunshot. It was really scary, but we never found out what it was. It was not a gunshot. If it was a gunshot, we would have figured that out. Look how crazy my hair is. That's disgusting. Let's see. The cats are being crazy right now. Everyone's like, I'm at school. What are you doing? Someone said, are you excited for Game of Thrones season 8? I am, but it's not coming out for like 800 years. So, oh my gosh. So I set up my cat's like cat tree, like the little carpeted cat toy tree thing to put my computer on, and they're jumping all over it, which is why my computer is like shaking and this live stream is shaking because the cats are jumping all over it. Spill some tea about Thursday. Thursday is going to be a great day. I can't really tell you much about it. But yeah, it's going to be a good day. You'll see Thursday. Okay, what's the next question gonna be? Straightening my hair. Sorry, I can't like look at my phone and straighten my hair at the same time. So this was probably a really bad idea. Let's see. Will you ever visit South Africa in the future? I would love to visit South Africa. I've always wanted to go there. Whoa, 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 whoa. I've always wanted to go to South Africa, but I never thought I had like people there who would come to my shows and stuff. So I've never thought to like try to go there, but maybe I'll ask my agent if I can go. There are some upcoming tickets. This is really the most boring live stream. I'm just realizing how boring this is. But I'm frantically trying to get my hair straightened so that I can keep working throughout the day. Do you ever just feel like you can get more work done if you put yourself together? And so I just didn't want my hair in a bun like it has been. I wanted it like straight and done. And maybe it's procrastinating, but I feel like I can get more work done when I'm like put together. But since I have been really bad at posting videos lately because I've been so busy, I was like, well, maybe if I do a live stream, you guys will forgive me a little bit more. But the only time I have to do a live stream is when I'm like doing my hair and makeup. Anyway, I can just feel myself being bored with my own live stream. Come on, Queens. What time Thursday? Probably noon, but I don't know yet. Alyssa said, I'm watching your live stream during school. This is commitment. Do not watch me during school. Pay attention in school, because literally this is nothing. You're watching nothing because nothing's happening. I'm literally just straightening my hair. How boring. So please watch school. Pay attention to school. But you guys ask me questions because then I can like talk about things. Otherwise, I'm just going to be straightening my hair. But I don't see any questions on Twitter. Does anybody else do this? Does anyone else put hair in their mouth? Have you been watching the Olympics? Not really. Not at all. Because it's been on the TV a couple times. Sometimes I put it on, but I don't pay attention because I'm like working. So like, but I like to have noise. I can't have like a silent house. So I'll put it on for noise, but then I won't really be paying attention. I know that an American won snowboarding and he was really young. And I know that like the gay ice skater won. That's kind of all I know. But I don't even really know that. I feel like maybe I'm making that up. Any plans on coming to the UK this year? I really want to. I emailed my peoples earlier this week, or I guess over the weekend. I was like, can I please go back? And they're working on it. So maybe it depends on if they can get me theaters and if people want me to go and if we can sell tickets to shows this year and stuff. It all just depends. I feel like every time I go over there, I think it's going to be my last time there. Every single time I go, I'm like, is this the last time I'm ever going to be overseas? Is everyone going to stop watching me after this? So, sorry, I'm like so bad at this live stream right now because I really want to get my hair done quickly because it looks so crazy. Sorry, not crazy. It looks weird. Thursday's so far away. I know, Allie, right? Like, I want to tell you guys now. Would you ever consider a tour in Argentina? I would love to do a tour in Argentina. I've never been to Argentina. That would be amazing. Maybe someday. That would be really cool. Oh, you said you're planning a bus tour, so will you please come to Columbus, Ohio? I will definitely try my hardest. We are planning a bus tour right now. We're trying to, like, who knows if it'll happen? You never know. Things could change. And I'm sure I'm not even supposed to talk about it, but you know me. But the bus tour that we're talking about right now is not really big cities. It's like cities that I feel like would get, because most of the time, you know, people go on tour and they go to like New York City and Boston and LA and whatever. But it seems like the cities that are shaping up, if we do a bus tour, would be more like, not obscure, because it's not like they're random cities that no one's ever heard of. Like, I've heard of all the cities before, but it just is more like not your, because I feel bad that I always only do like big cities, and then like the people who live 3 hours away have to drive so far. But we'll see what happens. We'll see where I end up. Because who knows if even a bus tour will happen, like, because we might not be able to. If like, you know, something I'm working on, you know, because I'm writing a lot with my brother right now. So if something we do gets picked up or another project starts to happen, or who knows. But I love touring. It's my favorite. So hopefully I'll get to do a bus tour. I love bus tours. Yeah, we went to San Diego this weekend for a show, and I had so much fun. And after the show, I went to my parents' hotel to say goodbye to them before I drove back to LA, because I drove back to LA that night after the show. And I just, being in the hotel, I got excited. Like, I love being in hotels on tour. And I was just like, oh my God, I love hotels. Like, I walked past the hotel gym, and I was with Eric, and I was like, look, it's a hotel gym. It makes me think of tour. And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I get so excited when I see like hotel, like continental breakfasts and hotel gyms, and like, I don't know why, but that stuff makes me so happy, because like I have such good memories from tour. So anyway, what am I talking about? Sorry. I wish I had someone here like reading me these things while I'm straightening my hair. A lot of people are asking if this is a bunny product, Graveyard Girl. It is. And a lot of you are asking how it is, and you'll find out soon, because maybe I made a video about it. So you guys will find out very soon what I think about it. But obviously you can kind of tell because I'm literally still using it. So why would I use it if I didn't like it? But yeah, it is a bunny product. It's Bunny's straightener. And I did a video where I do like a full review on it and test out all her products and tell you what I think. And I think it's amazing. So, yeah. Wow, this is honestly the worst live stream. I know I say that every live stream I do, that it's like the worst, most boring live stream in the world, but this one really is the worst, most boring. Last night, by the way, I snapped. Like, I went on a rant because I wanted Trix cereal, and I got it, and it is not the shapes anymore. And everyone was like, Colleen, it's always been the little balls. And it has not. Like, it has not always been the balls. I remember when it was the fruit shapes. So you cannot freaking tell me that it's just always been balls, because it hasn't always been balls. It used to be the fruit shapes, and the fruit shapes were way better and even tasted better. I had a bowl of it this morning. But my recent obsession is cereal. And by the way, cereal is one of those things that you forget is the most amazing thing in the universe. And then you try it and you taste, like, literally just after this live stream, if you have cereal at your house, any sugary cereals, go have a bowl of it and then tweet me and tell me how amazing it is. Because you forget how good cereal is. And then you have it again and you're like, whoa, why am I not eating this every single day? I saw someone tweet me yesterday, I don't like cereal. They were like, I don't like cereal. And I tell you, you're wrong. Because you do like cereal, you just don't remember how amazing it is. That's what I think. So if you guys have watched my videos for a long time, you might remember a video where I said, like, I'm going bald or I'm losing my hair or whatever, because my little hairs here were really short. You see that? And the reason was because I used to use these bobby pins and these clips for Miranda that when I took them out, they'd rip out my hair. I stopped using them. I switched to something else, and because of that reason. And I just recently went back to those old bobby pins, those clips that are really tight in your hair and rip out your hair, because it's the only thing that will stay in during my live shows. So when I'm performing live, sorry, I have to switch to the curling iron. So when I'm performing live, they stay in and don't fall out, because I always am putting on hats and weird wigs and weird things throughout the show. So my hair is falling out again, basically is what I'm saying, which is fine. Who cares? Okay, I keep seeing this too. This is annoying me. So I used to have shirts that for sale that were OCD shirts, obsessive Colleen disorder. And the reason I sold them, and this is like a long time ago, I made these shirts, okay? And the reason I made them was because I saw I saw them at Forever 21 or something, and they were called like obsessive cat disorder. And then a bunch of you guys tweeted me and said, you should make these and call them obsessive Colleen disorder. And I was like, oh, that's a cute idea. I didn't know much about OCD. I know a lot of people who have OCD, and they talk about it jokingly, and they talk about it like, oh, that's funny. And I talked to them about it, and they're like, oh yeah, that's funny, you should do it. So I made these shirts called obsessive Colleen disorder. And then I saw literally one tweet. This is a long time ago, months ago. One tweet that said, from some man who said, I have OCD. This is really insensitive to people with OCD. And I was like, oh my God. And I am the type of person who, like, if you educate me on something I'm saying or doing that is insensitive or rude to people and it's a valid argument, like, I will change my way. I love to learn and grow and become a better person in any way that I can. I'm always learning, and I'm always like, you know, because I'm not even close to being a perfect person at all. Like, I make mistakes every day. I'm a hot mess, but I always want to try to be better. And I always want to try to learn. So when I saw that, I immediately wrote my store online. I emailed them. I said, take this offline immediately. I do not want these OCD shirts anywhere. They're offensive to people with OCD, and it's insensitive to those people. So I took them down. Now, technically, I mean, you could argue, and I'm not arguing it because I took the shirts down, like, they're gone. And I'll get to why they're at the show. But technically, like, you could argue, I saw people saying this about Psycho Soprano. So I changed the Psycho Soprano name to just plain Colleen Ballinger, because using the words psycho or crazy or insane, even in this live stream, I said something was crazy, and I was like, wait, I shouldn't say that. Like, I'm still learning how to take those words out of my vocabulary to not be insensitive to people with mental health issues. But I'm going to mess up, and I'll keep trying to be better. And anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, a lot of people were like, I wasn't offended by the fact that you use the word psycho because you weren't using it in a negative way. So, like, an example would be if I saw someone being like an ex-boyfriend or something, or an ex-girlfriend or whatever, and you're like, they're a horrible and mean and terrible person. And you said, that person is psycho. That person is crazy. That is using those words in a negative way, saying that if you are psycho, if you struggle with psychosis or a psychological disorder, or if you are mentally insane, then you're a horrible person, just like this ex who cheated and is abusive or whatever. You're comparing the two, that's what's putting a negative stigma on those words. So me using Psycho Soprano in a positive way, saying like, I'm just a little weird and different, but I'm embracing it. And I love that I'm weird and different. And so I'm psycho. I wasn't using it maliciously. I still changed it because I don't think that you should use words in a negative, or you shouldn't use words flippantly that are serious. That could come across as insensitive, I don't think. So I did still change it, but my point is that it's not malicious. The same with the OCD things. So when people were politely telling me like, oh, you should change this shirt, I was like, oh, that's nice. But some people did write me how I was being really mean by using the OCD. And I was saying I wasn't being mean. It was not malicious. I did change it because you shouldn't joke about mental disorders. But people saying I was being mean by saying obsessive Colleen disorder, like you were obsessed with me. First of all, that's narcissistic. And like, why do I have shirts saying that you're obsessed with me? Like, gross. Like, that's, who am I? Who does that? Like, that's annoying. So I shouldn't have that anyway. But I wasn't saying a negative thing about it. So I wasn't talking negatively about people with OCD. I know a lot of people with OCD and who struggle with that. And I would never talk negatively about that or any other mental illness. Anyway, this is a long-winded answer, but I saw people upset with me because it was on sale at my show the other night, and I didn't know that it was. So my merch company, there's two different merch companies. There's my online store and then the ones that tour with me. And my online store took it off, and I had assumed, since I told my team, hey, I don't want to sell these OCD shirts anymore, I assumed they were just gone. They are gone. They stopped making them. They don't make them anymore. But I guess they had leftovers. And so they're like, oh, we'll just sell these at the show. And they didn't talk to me about it. They didn't ask my permission. So they had been selling them at shows, and I didn't know. I don't go out and I don't look at the merch and see every single merch item that they're selling out there. There's people who handle all that. I have no idea I don't even know what is for sale right now at my shows. All I know is the posters because I sign them at every show. So when I saw that they were selling those, I immediately wrote the people who do my merch on tour, and I said, hey, do not sell OCD shirts anymore, please. I thought I was clear about this before, but I guess the message didn't get to you. And they're like, oh my God, of course, no worries. It's all handled. It's all dealt with. But I don't know. I just think I'm trying really hard to be like sensitive to everyone, and it is impossible. Like I can do my best, but I feel like no matter what, every day someone is upset with me about something. And I know that I'm trying my hardest to be the best version of me that I can be, and I'm going to make mistakes, and I can learn, and I can try to be better. But I am always trying to learn. And I really appreciate when you guys are really kind and let me know like, hey, I really love you. I just wanted to let you know that this is happening and it's kind of offensive. Like, that's totally fine. But I feel like it's just so, Corey and I were talking about this. Like, I could post anything. I could post a picture of me eating cereal and people would be mad that I'm drinking milk because it came from a cow, and how dare I drink something from a cow. Or I could, I changed my name I changed Psycho Soprano, and people were very appreciative of that. Some people said it didn't offend them, but then other people were like, how dare you talk about that, but you don't talk about this mental illness. Or like when I raised money for cancer, like I raised tons of money for childhood cancer. How dare you talk about childhood cancer, raise money for that, but you're not raising money for this kind of cancer, or you're not raising money for this disease. And that really kind of irks me because I feel like I'm trying hard to be sensitive to people. And I always want to raise awareness for mental health. And I always want to raise awareness for cancer and anything that I can, animals. And, I've adopted a bunch of animals, and I've not just in my home, but like I adopted 2 elephants and a giraffe. And like, I'm always trying to do tons of stuff. I'm not saying I'm so amazing. I'm not at all. I don't want pats on the back. I don't care about any of that. I'm doing it because I genuinely want to. But it's frustrating when you're trying to do good things and you're met with, well, that's not good because you should be doing this. And I get that mentality if I'm not doing anything to help, or if I'm not doing anything to change or to be a better person. But it feels like if you don't do anything at all, no one has anything to say. But the second you try to help is when everyone has a problem with you. A good example of this is dieting. If you don't diet at all, if you don't, not diet, or just health and food. If I just ate McDonald's every day and I just ate like fast food, or, which I have, and I do eat a lot of junk, no one says anything. No one says, how dare you eat meat? No one says, how dare you have such a horrible diet? But the second I try to eat healthy, everyone has an opinion. If I'm like, oh, I'm I'm not eating fast food anymore, and I'm trying to be vegetarian, or I'm going to be a vegan, or I'm going to not eat gluten, or whatever. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone attacks me. This has been my experience. If you try to do something to make your life more positive. And the same thing happens with me on the internet. If I try to like, okay, I'm not going to talk negatively, I never have, but like, I don't want to use mental health words flippantly or insensitively. I want to be, because I care so much about people who have mental health issues. And I think it's so important that we talk about it more and make people more aware of it. But I got a lot of hate for that because I also didn't bring up depression. And I also didn't bring up this mental illness and this mental illness. And like I just said, with cancer, when I raised money for childhood cancer, people are angry that I didn't raise money for other things and people too. And it's just so interesting to me that like, once you start doing things in your life to try to better yourself and what you're doing, and whether it be food or lifestyle or career, you're met with like so much negativity. And I don't know what that's about. I'm not mad right now or anything. I'm not angry. I'm just talking out loud. This is something I would talk with Corey about, or Rachel. It's just like something that's interesting. And I'm curious if anyone else has ever experienced that. When you start to change something to do good in your life, that's when everyone kind of like tries to bring you down the most. I find that so fascinating. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Does that only happen to me? But it's like when you start trying to be better is when people say, oh, you're not good enough. I don't know. Does that make sense? Maybe not. Maybe I'm not making any sense. All that to say, the OCD shirts are gone, and them being at the show was an accident, and no harm was meant from that at all. And I apologize if that offended anybody. That was not my intention. I didn't even know it was happening. And I would obviously, like the second I found out that those were offensive shirts, they were gone. Like I immediately wrote and was like, get rid of those. Not because like, oh, I got caught, but it was because I was made aware that this is insensitive, and this is not kind to people with this disorder. Like don't make a joke about it. Obsessive Colleen disorder, obsessive cat disorder. Don't make a joke about that. OCD is something that is a horrible thing that people live with. And so, yeah, when I realized that, I was so grateful that someone had educated me that that was offensive and insensitive. And I felt stupid. I felt like, what an idiot that I had done that. So I'm very appreciative when people kindly tell me I'm doing something wrong and educate me. Like, that's why I love the internet. And that's why I love you guys, is you guys, I feel like you tell me, hey, you did this, you said this, and that wasn't very kind. And like, I'm really appreciative that I have people to like kind of hold me accountable for my negative actions. But then there's also this other group of people that only want to try to say like negative things. And so anyway, I don't know, what am I talking about? I'm just rambling. But anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm gonna wand out my weave now, so it's not like flat and look like an artichoke leaf. But I just wanted to say hi and thanks for being patient. My videos, I promise you, in a few weeks I have all these fun ideas for how I want to make my videos like different and new and fun. And I'm so excited about it. I just can't do it yet because it's gonna take all my time. And right now all my time is focused on something else. So once this thing that I'm focused on is done, then I can start really focusing on videos. My videos are going to be so much fun and I cannot wait. And I love you guys. Thanks for being patient with me through this month or two that my videos have been kind of wonky. But yeah, I'll see you guys very, very soon. And you're all beautiful and amazing. Mwah.